we're going to start with you, okay?
I'll be quick, don't worry. So today's actually my 40th birthday. I feel a little bad for stealing the Mother's Day thunder. But I can't help but think about being reminded of Psalm 90, verse 10, which tells us, our days may come to 70 years or 80 if our strength endures, which means if I'm strong, I'm halfway done. Then what, right? So am I on the right track? You know, at work we usually get a mid-year review with the boss so we can correct anything that's not going well and not be surprised when we get to the end and get the final review. I'm not one who hears from God, so I guess I have to do a self-assessment in this case, but based on what criteria? You know, I was fortunate enough to have been raised in a loving home, became a Christian at an early age, but I've always been curious. I'm an engineer, and I like to really overanalyze everything. I like to be 100% sure that I have the right answer. But it's not always so easy. I spent a lot of research, a lot of time researching and talking to my atheist friends, and I reached the conclusion that random chance cannot possibly explain the order and design that we see all around us. And so there has to be a creator, but what does he want, right? So I thought the Bible seems like a good place to start, but how do we know it's really true? As Greg pointed out during one of the recent messages, Jesus is the only one that has conquered death, a really big clue. Also, I discovered that the Old Testament scriptures in print hundreds of years before the time of Christ clearly point to him as the Messiah. For me, those, along with some other things, convinced me, okay, the Bible's got to be true. But then what, right? So I find myself poring over every verse in the Bible, trying to figure out exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. But I love how Jesus boils it all down to one thing: love. Love God with all your heart, love your neighbor as yourself. And for me, Jesus is the personification of love. His life is the roadmap. He's the model of everything that I want to be. His grace is limitless. All we have to do is ask. When I look back over my life, it's clear that he's always been there for me. He's always provided for me. Not always the way I wanted, of course, but after the fact, I can usually kind of understand how he's used the difficult situations to accomplish his will. But my hope and dream is that after I take my last breath, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ will greet me with the words, "Well done, good and faithful servant. Come and share your master's happiness."